welcome to another episode of Ecstatic Dies A Lot, where Ecstatic may or may not die a lot. We'll find out. Welcome, Ensign. How are you doing? I have no idea what the words enabled on channel thing is. Oh. How are you doing today? I don't quite remember what we were doing. And that should surprise no one. Ah, arson. I was thinking about this, and about how at one point we had seen a phone call between somebody and that doctor, that really shady doctor that Sheldon Cooper, not Sheldon Cooper, Cooper Sheldon, whatever the fuck his name was dealing with the morphine with. And how he told somebody that it was okay to light the fires, but those people weren't supposed to be home. They were supposed to be gone. He'd been told they'd be gone. It was going to be fine, except they weren't. And I remember it had something to do with damn heater. You still got the cough. Yeah. I sort of, I guess. I mean, the cough mostly comes from the fact of how I'm taking this particular medication, but how I'm feeling. Physically, I'm feeling okay. Mentally and emotionally, not so much, but there's been a lot going on. I had to deal with the state agency to try and figure out what the fuck was going on with my medical insurance. I have surgery on Friday. Not real thrilled about that either. Surgery terrifies me, especially since I need the redheaded dose, but my body reacts poorly to it, which causes me to seize, which will cause me to lose my license again. Right button. Is this our car? No, it's the green one. That's right.
You know the way. You can drive.
So I've got surgery on Friday,
We go to Washington now.
which terrifies me. Finally got somewhere with my fucking insurance, which is good considering I have surgery on Friday. Oops. Oh, hey. Wasn't really what I was looking for. Trying to remember my buttons. Button, who's got 5 buttons?
take a smarter man than me to connect that.
So, yeah. Surely that vicious cycle of expecting to seize because of what they're giving you would be recognized by now and not affect you. Wouldn't that be great? No, though the last time I was in there to deal with the whole licensing and whatnot,
Don't think this is any use to us.
he did point out that if I could get a doctor to sign off saying that it had been the anesthesia, essentially, that had caused it, then it would be an easy peasy turnaround.
Optimistic, Cole.
So, I mean, if it comes right down to it, it might not be nearly as problematic dealing with it as it has been in the past, because of the fact that I had to, the last seizure I had was because I was under anesthesia. Nope, wrong button. Well, I mean the right button, wrong area. So, I'm hoping that, it's inevitable. I'm gonna seize. It's just gonna be a matter of when. Am I gonna seize during the procedure or after?
Recently serviced. Could be something to go on.
Yeah, I really hate the idea of going back under the knife, especially for this. It's not like this isn't worth doing, because it is, obviously. It has to happen. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, so to speak. And if I want to get healthy again, this has to happen. So, ouch. I just really, really, really do not have a good taste in my mouth when it comes to doctors and hospitals and whatnot, because 1, I'm female. 2, I have an invisible disease that involves pain. Doctors love me. They like to treat me like a drug-seeking junkie, when usually the first things out of my mouth are, "Don't give me opioids, I hate them." But, is what it is. So I have a whole lot of trepidation about this Friday. Especially considering I saw the surgeon yesterday and they're like, "Oh yeah, you definitely need surgery. How, soon? Friday. Really? You're gonna leave me with this open weeping mess for 4 days. Love it. Notice the sarcasm there. Alright, let's just go straight down the...
Son of a bitch looks a lot like the cop who pointed a gun at me.
Yeah, my stream is all about sarcasm, so I'm on brand. Yeah, there is that. Oh, hey, side quest. Street crime.
You can drive.
And my duckling is here again and was lovely enough to help me shower so that
KGPL to any central unit. Ambulance shooting. Any central unit. Identify.
11K, go ahead.
Car 11K. Ambulance shooting. Meet the officer at the Interstate Bus Station at Beverly and Union. Code 2.
is it time to kill them all? Because that's what Sin told me to do. At least in Tomb Raider it makes sense.
What's the situation?
One-
Some stick-up boys lost their heads and a girl got shot. We have to move fast, sir. There are still people inside.
One time I said that once and there was context for it. True. Hey, I remember my buttons.
We don't want any civilian casualties, Biggs. Find some cover! I got it! Biggs! He's on the lam! On the floor!
Looks like I've been shot. No, no, no. That's the button that I wanted.
Some mess that was.
Can you
Anyway,
drive to
that's
this
the
one?
cop that caught the guy.
Cola King. Gulliver's Travel Agency. Gulliver's Travels.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD.
John Cunningham. Can I help you, gentlemen?
We have reason to believe that the Sawyer family of 4414 Rosewood Avenue recently won a competition run by your company.
Yes, I remember them. They called up to cancel at the last minute. One of the kids was sick. Very unfortunate.
Do you mind if I take a look at that?
Let's see. Stephen's family of 5. That's
Here they are. Steffens.
Sawyer.
The Sawyer family, Rosewood Avenue. Tell us about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
There's not much to tell. They run a promotion. Our promotion's mailing list covers half of LA.
So they are not a government agency?
I don't believe so. Government organizations don't usually get involved in promotions.
I'm told the tickets were a prize.
Yes, they were.
You do a lot of these prizes.
Look, there are hundreds of these promotions running at any one time. If you're the lucky guy, you get your name pulled out of a hat.
Oh, you lying. You lying. But what you lying about?
While the Sawyer family were supposed to be at Catalina Island, their house burnt down. You consider them lucky?
Christ. I'm sorry to hear that.
Can you tell me who offered the prize won by the Sawyer family?
Sure. Look, there's supposed to be some sort of supervised draw with hundreds of tickets. But the reality is the Suburban Redevelopment Fund calls me every couple of weeks and tells me exactly who has won.
Thanks for your help.
No problem. I just wish I could do something for that family.
You could put round the hat. A few bucks would really help them now.
I suppose so.
Good. I'll put you down for 50. I could tell you were Samaritan the minute I walked in the door.
50? Are you?
Good man, Cunningham. You're all right.
Yeah, I'm great. Poorer, but great.
Yep. Ooh, side quest. Street cry. They're trying to get everyone.
You drive.
They're trying
I'm
to
gonna go
burn
over
down
the
the
case
houses
notes.
so they can buy it up.
Let me guess. You want to check out the suburban address?
Great partners must think alike, Herschel.
Any Century Unit 211 in progress, 522 South Hill Street, unit to handle code 3, identify.
As long as I don't have to.
This is 11K. We'll handle the 211.
11 King Roger, your 211 is at Booze Brothers Cafe, 522 South Hill Street, 11K, handle code 3.
Which one is it? What is that now? Oh. Poor kid.
I don't like the look of this.
You know the drill. Hand over your money to get used to breathing dirt.
All right, just take it easy. Quit waving that cannon in my face and let's talk.
We're done talking, understand? You got exactly 5 seconds. 1. LAPD. Try shooting someone with a gun of his own. How long do you think you can hold?
One.
Any Century Unit 211 in progress, 522 South Hill Street, unit to handle code 3, identify.
You want to leave that one to the uniforms? That's fine. We got plenty to get on with.
I don't like the look of this.
You know the drill. Hand over your money to get used to breathing dirt.
All right, just take it easy. Quit waving that cannon in my face and let's talk.
We're done talking, understand? You got exactly 5 seconds. 1. LAPD. Try shooting someone with a gun of his own. Stay in cover! I got you now, motherfucker! Throw down your gun if you like. I'm still gonna ice you. Give me me some cover!
I mean, I know lethal force is frowned upon, but... My hands hurt so bad from having IVs in them. You did tell me to kill them all, and I did.
You're behind the wheel. This is supposed to be the registered offices of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
This is an Elysian housing development, Mac.
So Elysian is an investor in the redevelopment fund.
Looks that way.
Are we done here, Mac? I've got work to do.
Sure, buddy. Thanks for your help. Elysian are investors in the suburban redevelopment. So what? If you think I'm putting my pension on the line and harassing Leland Monroe without evidence, you're out of your mind.
So Elysian Fields builds the houses, while the Suburban Redevelopment Fund foots the bill.
Reports requisition must be addressed for submitted in triplicate. Failure to submit dailies is grounds for dismissal. Incorrectly filed supply requests will be ignored. I sat in you yet? I think I may have. I'm really just kind of making him, I enjoy making him run around.
It's not much I can tell you. Just that these Elysian boys pay good, and I don't ask questions.
Can you drive to this one?
Presents national news from Washington.
We came as soon as we could.
Lynch.
Biggs, you two investigating the house fire on Kenmore Avenue as well?
Yep. Why?
I had a look around the place while I was out there.
Do you believe the fire?
I deal in facts, Phelps. Evidence of an explosion. No obvious sign of accelerants. Wiring looks intact. Come and take a look at this.
This the heater from the Sawyer fire, Al?
Yes, it is.
Reginald.
Huh. Looks like it was recently serviced.
I have a theory, and it's a theory only. I don't have enough evidence to prove...
Al, if you say it's so, we're listening.
Okay, Phelps. You're a bright penny. You have a gas supply. You have a Bunsen burner as a pilot light. You have a regulator valve, and the balloon represents the gas expanding in the room. Now, the gas has to make contact with the mosquito coil to form an explosion. Let's see if you can work out the chain of events.
Oh, Lord. Now, if that's got to come in...
The gas bubble needs to be next to the coil if it's gonna ignite.
That's why I just put it there.
Good, your regulator's in position. Okay, I'll light your pilot and turn the gas on.
You pull the lever on the left to turn on the gas.
So that's how it's being done.
Maybe. There could be a fault with these valves. I've adjusted this one for our experiment, but you need to take it to InstaHeat and see what they say. Their headquarters is on North Harvard Boulevard, number 262.
Thanks, Albert.
You're welcome, Biggs. See you at the next show.
I want to get into it.
How long are we gonna look getting around in this thing, Cole?
I just wanted to sit in it. Because that'd be a lot of fun, don't you think? I mean, at least I figured out how they were doing it.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes. Show?
The next fire. We should go to the factory and see how many of these things are going bang in the night.
You know this Chapman character?
Guy's a freak. Loves fires. He's the kind of guy that we'd like for a lot of things, but we don't really have any credible evidence to pursue him with.
I'm so uncomfortable. Ooh, it's a shiny red truck.
Fine. But if the skipper sees us driving around in this, we're dead.
Got 30 to go. I'm just not sure where they are either, though. This is cute. I think I've sat in one of these, though. Oh, no, I didn't. What about one of these?
Fine. But if the skipper sees us driving around in this, we're dead.
Yep. Okay. Excuse me, dude. A little bit further. Thank you.
Three blondes walk into a bar. You'd think one of them would have seen it.
Detective Phelps and Biggs, arson. We're investigating a couple of house fires. What can you tell us about this?
Pressure regulator from a Model 70. Let me take a look. We have a problem. This has been tampered with.
What?
You see this diaphragm? It forms a seal across the saddle here. Gas flows across from here to here. The diaphragm regulates flow. It's been reversed. It's a subtle change, but it means the gas never closes off properly.
So you're telling me that this is not a manufacturing fault or service repair?
I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with the design.
You're telling me that you've never had any problems with this heater?
Look, we've changed the design since the Model 70.
These things are still being installed?
It's the demand. None of us could keep up with the amount of housing going up. At the budget end, we're still using some of the old stock. We are installing 100 heaters a week. They're not all faulty.
They're not all safe either.
Are these diaphragms prone to failure?
They tend to go after a while. The rubber lasts quite a few years and then it perishes.
So the guys' names that I've been seeing doing the repairs on the heaters, they're fully licensed and accredited.
Sure, of course they are.
Liar.
I think you're lying, Rasik. I think some of your men aren't fully licensed. You're desperate to cover your sales.
And how are you going to prove that, Detective? Name me one of my guys who would have overlooked a fault like this.
Mm-hmm.
What about Reginald Varley?
You know about Varley. He's on the run for a divorce interstate. It's not so bad.
You in the habit of hiring criminals, Rasik?
I need guys, Detective. This boom is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
I want you to get me a copy of the list of your installers.
Okay, I'll get it for you.
Oh boy. This one's gonna get
There.
dinged too.
Around a dozen of them. Housing business is going crazy at the moment.
This is a long shot. We are not going to roust that whole list.
I want to run it by R&I, cross-reference for arsonists. See if any of these guys have any previous. Sir, I need to use your phone.
Go right ahead.
There it is.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need to know if any of the following names have a previous criminal history.
Okay, Detective, run the names.
Acevedo Ernesto, Clemens Walter, Elgrim John, Gable Leroy, Kelligrew Peter, Kuttner Robert, Limehouse Albert, Manning Franklin, Neves Raymond, O'Brien Thomas, Ryan Matthew, Spurgeon William, Varley Reginald, Zurich Stephen.
Clemens Walter, previous conviction for arson and malicious damage. Burned down a house in Westwood in 1942. 4-year jail term.
Thanks.
Oh, damn.
Ryan Matthew, charged for contempt of court, attempted murder, plea bargain down to assault charge.
Anyone else?
There is a Reginald Varley wanted for murder by Detroit Police Department.
Thanks. You've been a big help, young lady.
Interstate divorce my ass. Unless the divorce...
Your employment roster is quite the rogues gallery, Mr. Rasick. Desperate times indeed.
Do you have an address for Clemens?
He's working on an apartment building on Catalina and 3rd.
What about Ryan?
Currently working at a housing development on Normandy and 1st Street.
Varley, where is he?
Beverly and Mariposa, currently working on a new housing development. Hey, Varley's a good guy. You can't harass all my people.
These guys have lockers.
Yes, they do, but my men have a right to some privacy. Don't you need a warrant or something?
Show him and keep quiet.
I love the fact that Phelps' partners
You
are
think
the
one of them
heavies.
would have seen it?
Here. Happy now?
Stick around, Mr. Rasick.
Clemens.
Clemens is a fellow traveler.
Oh, goodness.
Incidental.
Well, some light reading on the merciless capitalist machine. Ryan wants the world to be a better place, don't we all?
Yeah, but there are ways to do it and other ways not to. Well, that's not.
My company went through thousands of these in the war. Still got eaten alive.
Oops. No.
Varley has a problem with bugs.
You know that a mosquito coil takes an hour to burn down, Rasick?
No, I didn't know that.
It's the favorite choice of ignition by arsonists. Gives them time to get away.
You're crazy. He probably lives near the canals in Venice. Mind if I leave you to it? I got work waiting.
Sure.
3 birds. Clemens, Ryan, Varley. Where to, Phelps?
How bad is it? Come on, you could tell me.
I don't like it when these fuckers are killing people just so they can get their hands on land. Wrong button. I'll just go down the list.
You can drive.
LAPD. We want some answers, and we want them quick.
Okay, okay. What's this all about? Just tell me what you want.
You know Reginald Varley?
No? Can't say I do.
You work with him, fucker.
Detroit PD is after Reginald Varley for murder. You want us to run you in for aiding and abetting, Clemens?
Whoa, 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 whoa. All I know about Varley is he gets kickbacks from some developer. Does their work first. Spreads it around if he can.
Do you know Matthew Ryan?
No. Don't know the name.
Dude. We had the fucking anarchists.
You and Ryan are fifth columnists.
And how do you figure that, wise guy? What proof do you have? Been following me to meetings?
We found a pamphlet in your locker, Clemens. We can add your name to the register. HUAC might want to interview you.
That shit was from Ryan. He's always pushing that shit on people. Drives me nuts. He's got it in for the company.
You're licensed and work for InstaHeat?
I contract for them. So what?
Oh, dude, no.
InstaHeat hires arsonists, does it?
I've worked as a fitter all my life. Put everything I had into that house. And my fucking mud shark of a wife gets awarded it in settlement. She's blowing spics 2 at a time while I'm at work. And she gets the house. Yeah, I burnt it all right. Set fire to that fucker and watched it burn to the ground. I did my time and I'd do it again.
Sorry about the rouse, Clemens. You did the right thing.
No, you didn't.
All right, Clemens. You're off the hook for the moment.
Can I get back to work now?
Let's get out of here, Phelps. He ain't our guy.
I already sat in one of those, apparently, though. Alright, so this button. Haha. Let's go to Ryan's first.
You know the way. You can drive.
So Phelps during the war had what the one guy called Custer syndrome. Makes you wonder as if outside here, is that the reason that he was pushing through those cases so far hard? Because, you know...
Are you Matthew Ryan?
Who's asking?
Detective Phelps and Biggs. Arson Squad.
Arson?
You heard the man.
Let's just put this stuff in the car and I'll be right with you.
Hold it, Ryan. I said...
Son of a bitch.
Oh!
Those are GI's backyards he's crashing through.
The damage is only cosmetic.
He's a one-man wrecking ball.
Move in. I'll take out the van.
No, you won't.
Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out.
As I do a multi-point.
He's in a company van and he's losing us, Cole. Some partner I got.
I'm working on it. Doesn't matter.
He's going to kill those men.
They'll get out of the way.
Only if they hear him coming.
Close in, Phelps. We need
I don't
to
know
take
where he
Ryan down
is.
before he hurts somebody.
Oh! I'm just kind of attempting to go the right way. Whoa! Oops. Hey, I caught up to him.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get in close.
Jesus, what is he doing?
The tramp. Oh!
Oh, Jesus!
I don't know if that was my doing or if the game took pity on me, but I got him on the first try.
Hands behind your head! Why did you run, Ryan?
I was scared.
You got a reason to be scared, Ryan?
Matthew Ryan, I'm arresting you on suspicion of committing a series of arsons.
Asshole. I destroyed a lot of city property. But no cars. So that's something, right? Side quest. Street crime.
You're behind the wheel.
Possibly the tram, but I didn't hit the tram. He hit the tram.
KGPL to any central unit. Meet the officer. A hit-and-run felony at 6th and Alvarado. Any unit able to handle. Code 2 identified.
Car 11 King responding. Go ahead, KGPL.
11 King. Meet the officer. A hit-and-run felony at the intersection of 6th and Alvarado.
Are we sure that wasn't me? It wasn't you, it was him. Check.
Jesus Christ.
Notify the coroner's office.
It's not often you get them this easy. Driver left his car behind and hoofed it.
Any witnesses?
None of them saw the crash, but by the blood, I'd say the driver can't be too far.
Did anyone see where the driver went?
I saw a guy run up that alley.
And we're running up the alley. Hey, look.
You seen a man covered in blood? We're chasing a hit-and-run suspect.
Went to ground in the alley.
I'm in the alley. Aren't I? Isn't this the alley? It's gonna take a minute. Willie's Overland. That was Shadow, or at least I assume that was Shadow. It usually is. Peekaboo. Welcome in, Shadow. How you doing? Looks like a very stubby car. Alright, so I thought I was in the alley, but apparently I am not.
Phelps, I think we need to take a look over here.
Okay. Let me just sit in a couple more cars. How you doing today, Shadow? Enjoying your vacation? I sat in that one already. There's a smear. A smear.
Just stay away from me, goddammit! I mean it! Get back!
Really?
All right. If you really want to dance.
We got our guy.
Give it to him, Phelps.
Asshole.
I only fell asleep for a second. I've never had any trouble like this before, officer. Never,
William
ever.
Shelton?
Oh, Christ. It's you. Look, you gotta believe me. I'm no criminal.
That's from one of his our earlier cases.
You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed? Farley's on the run. He might be packing heat. If he's wanted for murder, I say we take the doubt out of the equation and let him have it.
Hey, Quack Quack.
You nervous?
Could I have some water, please?
It's been a while.
Thanks.
You were in combat.
Yeah, you're drinking out of it.
1917. You know, I never fired my weapon
fine.
in the line of duty.
I know.
That's nothing to be ashamed of.
I had
hope
moved
your
it
piece
over
is
there
still
when I grabbed the
serviceable,
soda.
Herschel.
I may be old and out of practice, but I'm still a Marine, Phelps.
It would be better for our case if we could bring him in, Herschel.
Yeah, new cup's fine. Sure, if you've got one. Or if you want to wash out my water bottle, that would be even better. I even got a bottle brush.
LAPD, Varley! Stop or I'll shoot.
Oh, shit. Fuck.
Stop or I will shoot.
Boom! Bringing him in alive.
Why did you run from us, Varley?
I'm gonna take a wild guess that you're the same Reginald Varley the Detroit police have an outstanding warrant on. How am I doing so far?
I need a lawyer before I talk to any of you.
Reginald Varley, you're under arrest for committing a series of arsons. You're also under arrest for murder. Detroit PD will be putting in a request for your extradition. Until then, you're a guest of the city.
Arson? You can't hang that rap on me.
Be quiet. And be thankful we don't shoot you.
Are all the cops in this town crazy?
Take him away, officer.
Well, yeah. It's fucking LA, man. Everybody's crazy. Ooh, pickup truck. I don't know if I've sat in one of them yet. I did. Sad panda. Did he leave anything here? Like evidence of wrongdoing? No? Bummer. Alright, fine. Shadow, I know you said you were gonna go see family and whatnot tomorrow. What else are you doing with your vacation?
Can you drive to this one?
So where do you want to go?
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn.
Here we go.
I have two suspects.
Phelps, you got nothing. Biggs, Ryan's waiting for you in interview 1. Varley's in 2.
Hey, Hopkins, you practicing your asshole routine again? Come on, Phelps.
Hey, Bronco, can you give me a hand? I got a hard case I gotta break.
which way? Which way did he say?
Someone ought to take him home. He's loaded.
Yeah, the bum took a swipe at me. Put him down with my sap.
What's that? Nope.
We have Matthew Ryan in
Okay.
custody, Varley. I think all we need to do is ask him about this, and he'll rat you out.
Fuck Ryan, that pinko bastard.
That's not a slur that I'm familiar with, actually. Which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it's not one I'm familiar with.
Have you ever worked on a place on Rosewood Avenue? Family by the name of Sawyer?
Maybe. I'm from out of town. I go where they send me.
Thank you.
I don't do a lot of repairs, though. I'm flat out on new installations.
Bullshit. We got your name.
Why are
as-
you lying to me, Varley? If Suburban wants their new installations completed, why are you bothering with wrecks like the Sawyer house?
So I'm lying just because I can't remember if I was there or not? How can you prove that I was?
Dude. Right.
Your name is on the inside door of their water heater.
Okay. You got me there. Suburban, yeah, they wanted that guy out. Sawyer kept complaining about not being able to get his heater service, so they threw in a free service as a sweetener. I think he played him, though. Because he still wouldn't sell.
Word is, you're in the pocket of some property developer?
Never. I got principles.
How did Suburban put the squeeze on you? Did they find out about your record?
There's no way you can link me to Suburban. You're wasting your time.
No. Clemens said that you did the thing.
Clemens says you offered to cut him in on the kickbacks they were offering. I'll testify in court.
Suburban, they got real-time pressure on getting some of the big developments finished. There's some big date that they can't afford to miss. So yeah, I took their money. But so did a lot of guys, all right? Carpenters, electricians, plumbers. It's no big conspiracy.
Actually it is.
What would reversing the diaphragm of an Insta-Heat Model 70 do?
Yeah, I made that mistake before. You get a big bang when you turn the pilot back on.
So you didn't deliberately sabotage the water heater at the Sawyer house?
No, I did not. You out of your mind?
Mosquito coils.
I don't believe you, Varley. I think Suburban wants homeowners who don't want to sell out of the way.
I think you're out of your mind. Where is the evidence that I have done anything to contribute to this fire? Huh?
Mosquito coils. Kind of an asshole, but...
Arsonists use cigarettes and mosquito coils as time delay fuses. We found an open box of mosquito coils in your locker.
Whoa, hang on. Those things, they belong to Ryan, all right? He asked me to hold them because his locker's full of stupid pamphlets. I thought he used them for camping.
We're done for now.
So what happens?
You're either going back to Detroit to face a murder rap, or you're staying here to answer for these arsons.
Mouthpiece tore strips off me at the grand jury. Case got thrown out. Now the DA
So,
wants my head.
we need to talk to the other guy. Ah, where is he? He's in room 1. Right?
I got this gadget whiz putting recording devices into the place for me.
Booking window.
Walking out on his wife like that. I think he's a bit of a gangster, but he treats me nice.
Alright, dude. Let's chat.
Save yourself some time and get this thing off your chest.
If that's your opening gambit, you better try again.
So you want to change the world, Ryan?
Yes, I do. So does every reasonable person.
And you're doing your part?
Yes, I am.
Does that include sabotaging water heaters to destroy a company?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Pamphlet.
This is industrial sabotage, Ryan. It's all part of your campaign.
You're delusional, detective. What campaign?
Your locker is full of pamphlets. Clemens told us how you were always foisting them on people.
Sure. I spread the pamphlets. A guy has to do something. Insta-heat heaters break down every day. They're still peddling the same lousy design that they lifted from Hephaestus.
Insta-heat bought out Hephaestus?
Them, Vulcan, Pyro, and a bunch of other companies.
And you still work for them?
A guy has to work.
And the directors of the company. How do you feel about them these days?
You work it out.
Alright, asshole.
You know how to reverse a diaphragm in the regulator valve of a Model 70 heater?
No, I don't.
Really?
If you know enough to do your job, you know enough to do that repair. You're lying, Ryan.
And how do you think you can prove that?
'Cause your boss civiled you out. That's how.
Your boss at InstaHeat said that you've all been trained to do it. It's a common repair. Are you calling him a liar?
Okay, so I know how it's done. But what would be the point? You'd just end up with a gas leak and then a small fire when you turn the pilot back on.
And if you didn't reset the pilot and the gas spread, what was the cause of the fire in your own home, Ryan?
I won't tell you.
What can you tell me about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Nothing.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
I think Suburban is a front for your anarchist buddies. They're arranging for people to be out of town while you burn their houses down.
Suburban? What's that got to do with me? That's Farley's bilk. He's the one with the cozy agreement with those fascists.
You have a history of violence.
I have no such thing.
Yeah, you do.
You were charged with attempted murder, Ryan.
It was a court case. No criminal liability was the verdict. They said that they couldn't have known that the faulty heater installation would cause a fire. All I know is I lost my whole family. And the company that was responsible got away with it. What would you do?
Which company?
Hephaestus Water Heater Company.
Alright. So we got Varley doing this work for Suburban, who has a murder charge back in D-Town. And then you have this guy who's corporate espionage. Well, not corporate espionage, but yeah, I don't like him.
Matthew Ryan, I'm charging you with committing a series of arsons and for the murders of Hank Sawyer, Edwina Sawyer, Henry Sawyer, and Jessica Sawyer.
You're putting an innocent man away here. You hear me? I didn't set any fires. I didn't kill that family.
I don't know. I think you did.
Phelps, what you did to your wife and kids was un-American.
My wife threw me out.
Did I ask for your opinion? You're here to listen to mine. What I was going to say, before I was interrupted, was you did a good job on the Stephen Sawyer case. We don't often get results in arson, so well done.
What about me? Do I get a little stamp on my hand or a lollipop or something?
What you get is another case. A bad one, unfortunately.
Oh, city damage, $245. Ugh. Almost $50 for vehicle damage. Ugh. Flashback.
You're 2 blocks behind 1st and 2nd.
We have more buildings to clear. You know our orders,
There's
Sergeant.
barely a building left standing or not on fire in your zone, Cole. Is your sector full of Japs?
Questioning my command.
The captain doesn't want anyone falling behind.
Tell the captain we will join him when the job is done.
Just give us the word, Sarge. We'll take care of him. He should be sectioned. That Jap lover's a fucking liability.
We're here to kill Japs, not our own people.
Star-crossed son of a bitch. No one wants to serve under him. He's bad fucking luck.
Can it? We've a job to do here. If I can live with it, you can too.
Origami swans. Lots of them. Creepy amounts of them.
House fire. A bad one. At least 4 Vicks. Get out there and find out what you can. The address is 650 North Hobart.
You think those Vice boys get any on the side?
Sam has taken me to Palm Springs for the weekend.
Mouthpiece tore strips off me at the grand jury. Case was thrown out. Now in jail.
That's him. That's the cop. Tried to poke me in the nose.
See if we have any side quests. I mean, street crime.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Any unit in the vicinity, a citizen reports a 459 there now at 38 North Catalina. Unit to handle code 2 identified.
R11K responding.
11K Roger, 459 there now at 38 North Catalina Street, code 2.
The hell?
Cops! Shit!
Stop! LAPD!
Oh, please don't make me. God damn it.
Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't lose him. Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out. I can't hit a target that isn't there, Phelps.
What do you think you're going?
Lay into his wheel well. Come
I'm trying, fucker. I don't see you doing this.
on. Okay.
Shit.
1 traffic stop coming up.
Fuck. As I hit the tree. Again. I hit something. I think the game took pity on me already. Really?
But I'm scared to go to prison, mister. They'll take one look.
First try. I don't know if the game is just giving up on me or what.
You're behind the wheel.
You hear about Rancho Escondido?
Are we having a conversation, Biggs?
Okay, fuck it. Forget I...
I'm teasing you, Herschel. Tell me about it.
One of the new housing developments, a couple of weeks from completion. Burned to the ground last night. GIs are ready to move in this weekend. Developer's gonna have some very angry customers.
That's not how it should be done. I know.
You guys better see this. I hope you have strong stomachs.
Considering some of the shit we saw in Homicide, what the fuck?
Do you have a name?
Morelli, Mike. We recovered a picture of the family.
Okay. Anything else?
To be honest, I just got here, Phelps. Best you talk to Lynch. He's the expert.
Doesn't make any sense. Why aren't they scattered around like the rest of the debris?
I think they've been moved.
Ooh.
I think someone moved them after the explosion and before the fire.
Can you explain that, please?
I'm almost positive the cause of death is asphyxiation due to gas inhalation. Look at the parts of their bodies that aren't scorched. The coloring around the fingertips is typical.
They wouldn't have felt a thing.
I think the fire damage is post-mortem. I think someone moved him into this room after the explosion.
It still doesn't make any sense. Why would you run into a burning building?
What are they doing?
The prayer effect is from the fire. The muscles and tendons contract.
You catch all the good ones, Phelps.
I think there would be some disagreements.
You ever think about how many people have died in this world? And how big heaven would have to be to accommodate them bigs?
No, I have not. Show some respect.
Cute family.
It's our boy. I think he watches the fires. I think the Sawyer fire went wrong.
So what about the guy we have in jail, Phelps?
We got the wrong guy.
That doesn't explain why he ran into a burning building. What would make anyone do that?
Guilt.
For the fires?
For his mistake. This guy wants to burn houses, not families. He expects the houses to be empty. He was trying to redeem himself. He probably thought they'd be happier together.
You are one very disturbed individual, Phelps. I know you had it rough lately, but you should start to compartmentalize your thoughts.
He could be right. Can you come up with an alternative explanation?
I'm sure it's the same guy.
Are you telling me that some son of a bitch murdered these people, the whole family, and arranged them here like Cupid dolls?
It might fit, Cole, but I don't think we could ever prove it. There's very little evidence.
Evidence?
Albert, check out the hot water system. Make sure we're dealing with the same MO.
Sure, Phelps. I'll get back to you.
Leave the rest to us, Cole. You better find out what's eating Biggs.
As soon as I finish looking through the house. You know, it would still be really warm walking through that. Standard set of pliers. Old-fashioned washing machine.
This is the flash point. The heater detonated with enough force to expose the foundations.
need some new shoes after that. Is that a doll? It is a doll.
I don't think so.
That's a baseball. Alright. Mirror? Yep.
I doubt it. So something finally got to you.
You want my help, pretty boy? You got it. You keep riding me, and you won't be pretty much longer.
We can get this guy, Herschel.
You think you've seen everything, Phelps? I was with the 2nd Marines at Bella Wood. The things that went on in that farmhouse. My own guys on fire, screaming for a way out. You're not gonna get this guy. There's gonna be no photos and no citations. We're gonna kill this miserable fuck. End of story. You getting this?
You remember the list from the travel agent?
Sure.
The Morellis were winners too. Their name was on that list.
Christ. We should take a look around, work the neighbors, see what they know. I'll go across the street.
Okay, I'll try this side.
I haven't done this for years.
You don't look like a fireman, son.
It's because I'm not.
Looks like the same model.
Varley. Hey, look, they have a doghouse too, but no dog.
LAPD. Can you tell me anything about the fire next door?
Terrible luck. Imagine after having won that weekend away.
What's your name, sir?
Foreman. Dudley Foreman.
Did you see or hear anything that might have...
Look, we were asleep when we heard the explosion.
Uh-huh.
You didn't like Morelli, did you?
Some neighbors you get along with, some you don't. Guess they should have sold up.
What do you mean?
They're knocking down all these old houses and building a new subdivision for GIs. Morelli was being difficult.
You said someone is knocking these houses down?
Elysian Fields. You must know them. Their billboards, that Monroe character beaming down at you. We've had an offer for the house.
Did the Morellis want to sell?
I don't know.
Whatever you thought of Morelli, his whole family is dead. They couldn't have all deserved that. I want you to help me here, Foreman.
Morelli was pig-headed. He built the house himself. He didn't want to sell. Stubborn fool was ruining it for all of us.
You said the Morellis had won a weekend away to Catalina Island?
Yeah, that's right. First thing I thought after the explosion was, thank goodness they was away. But then I find out they was still in there.
Who was running the competition?
What? I don't know.
You didn't enter yourself?
I'd already agreed to sell. The competition was an incentive for those who were still thinking about it. All a man can do is put in a prayer for the dead. About all I've got to say about it.
All right. Some of the debris ended up in here. Oh, look at that. Hello.
Someone was keeping watch. Looks like they were here for quite a while. Brand looks distinctive. Whoever he was wearing boondockers. I would know that imprint anywhere. Did you see anyone hanging around the Morelli's home prior to the explosion?
Nope. Can't say as I was looking out, though.
Asshole.
You sure, Mr. Foreman? There are signs of someone hanging around over there by the fence.
Hey, now that you come to think of it, there was a guy. Kind of tall. Skinny, though.
Anything else?
Orange lumber jacket, a beat-up hat, and no hair. I thought he was the pest exterminator guy who was working around here the last few days. But that guy had hair.
Thanks for your time, Mr. Foreman.
Sure. Hey, if you're interested, I have one of those competition flyers in the kitchen. I could get it for you if you like.
That would be great.
Any luck, Cole?
A couple of things. What did you pick up?
A folded piece of paper. Looks complicated.
Japanese call it origami. Can I take a look?
Sure.
Paper crane. There's a legend about them. You fold 1,000 of these and you get a wish.
Hey, don't break it.
I'm not. I'm unfolding it. It looks like a waybill or a flyer.
For what?
For Elysian Fields Developments.
Oh, I see you already have one.
When did the flyer arrive in your mailbox?
They've been arriving for weeks. This one was in the mailbox when I got home from work yesterday afternoon.
All right.
This town is going straight to hell.
It's LA, man.
I need an address for a property developer. Elysian Fields Developments.
One moment, Detective. The address is 748 North Oxford Avenue, Wilshire. Anything else?
Messages, please.
You have a message. Contact Captain McKelty immediately.
Thanks. Can you put me through, operator?
Of course. Here you are.
Commander?
Leads on the Morelli fire.
We're about to go and visit Elysian Fields Developments.
You're about to do what? Leland Monroe. He's a personal friend of the mayor and the chief. Are you out of your mind? I'm warning you, Phelps.
Commander, we have a line of inquiry.
You have something, you bring it to me. You're hanging by a thread, Phelps. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Have a report on my desk today.
McKelty has warned us off over a lesion.
Makes sense. It's a dead end. We should check out Rancho Escondido.
You know the place?
Sure. Corner of Fountain and Wilton. Let's go.
Yeah, the mayor and the chief that tried to take your badge and set you up as a fall guy. I mean, you were kind of an asshole. Shouldn't have cheated on your wife.
You know the way. You can drive.
And where exactly are we going? A shame about Jep. The arson desk has been trying to nail that son of a bitch for years.
He's still in custody, Herschel.
Want to bet? They'll have kicked him loose already. Can't hold him for misdemeanor cigarettes and matches.
I don't know, man. This is some really shady detective work.
You know, there are times when you really miss a nightstick. There's more religion in the end of a nightstick than in 100 cathedrals.
I'm not gonna tell you again, sir.
Don't tell me when and how I can come and go on my own property.
It is not
This is
safe,
America,
sir.
dickhead.
Now step back, or I'll lock you up for a
Smart
play.
mouth son of a bitch.
Whoa.
Okay already. That's done it, folks.
Oh, shit.
We're gonna have to pacify these poor saps.
I'm gonna beat you.
I
You've
cannot.
had a bad break, but this isn't the answer.
I'm pushing my buttons and they're not being... Really? I'm
You're
really...
going down for the count.
You're being damn foolish, soldier.
Why are you not doing... I am pushing my buttons. And it's not...
Time for you to lose your teeth.
I was pushing my dodge button. I was pushing... Now it's working.
I'm gonna bust you right in the mouth.
What? Why? Here we go. I mean, I get it. Those are their homes.
Good thing you showed up when you did, detectives. Those folks were baying for blood.
Okay, then. Let's see if there's anything left to take a look at.
Now, I don't... think they ever actually did anything like this in reality. I mean, maybe they did. I mean, unfortunately, it's been a long-ass time since I've been in a history class, but I don't recall. It's a lot of houses that went up. I mean, look at this. Entire subdivision. over. Go over. Thank you. Entire subdivision. Well, that was fun.
Mortar is like dust. Is that normal in a fire?
I'd expect some shrinkage in the heat, but it looks like the cement barely adhered to the brick. Doesn't appear to be any wall ties either. This thing looks like it was built on a sheet.
Alrighty.
If we're paying a visit to Elysian and ruining my career, let's bite the bullet and get on with it.
I love it. I'm gonna ruin my career. Come on, I need one. There's like supposed to be one more side quest.
Can you drive to this one?
All right. Where to?
The broadcasting station, KTI.
Elysian Fields, Hades' version of heaven.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD, to see Leland Monroe.
Do you have an appointment?
We're the police, lady. We don't need an appointment.
Can I tell him what it's about?
It's an official investigation.
There are 2 police officers here to see Mr. Monroe.
Send them through.
And that's our cue. Thanks, ma'am.
Birds of paradise flowers.
May I help you, gentlemen?
We would like to speak to Mr. Monroe.
I'm afraid it's impossible. Mr. Monroe's schedule is booked weeks in advance.
Cut to the chase, sister. Is he in?
I'm not at liberty to reveal that, officer.
So he hired you for your intelligence?
I find that offensive.
You have every right to.
This is getting us nowhere, miss.
Casino.
Would you like us to return with a warrant?
That won't be necessary, gentlemen. Come into my office.
It's the guy from Fringe, Walter. I show you. Get up close. You can't hear his
Like
voice.
a cigar.
But
Drink, boys.
they used
Sure,
his
I'll have a
likeness
scotch.
too.
Biggs, we're investigating a series of domestic fires, Mr. Monroe.
It's terrible, boys. How can I help?
So I mean, you know the voice.
Elysian Fields and Suburban Redevelopment Fund flyers keep turning up in the vicinity of the fires.
They're turning up all over town, boys. Can you imagine the current demand for housing?
So that's your explanation, Mr. Monroe? Coincidence?
Explanation? Why, what's to explain? I advertise on radio and billboards for buyers, and I advertise for sellers using waybills.
Smug bastard.
We found a family burnt out in their home. Another house burned to the ground. Another Elysian Fields flyer. Our information is that they didn't want to sell.
Are you saying that's something to do with me? Is that your point?
Point is, every time we find a family barbecue, we find one of your flyers. Is that good advertising?
What do you know about a competition for families to win free vacations to Catalina Island?
My company runs many promotions. I'm not familiar with that one.
You just said the playbills,
Level
waybills
with
or
me,
whatever.
Mr. Monroe. You know all about the vacation offers.
You can believe whatever you like, son. You're missing the vital ingredient called proof.
Your face is all over the flyers, Mr. Monroe. You know about the prizes, and you're aware that they get given to holdouts.
My face is the brand. It's on all our advertising. Did you know that the mayor and the chief of police are part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund? Do you want to accuse them of murder as well?
You've made offers to buy houses in areas where fires have been recorded.
Are you suggesting that I'm burning people out of their homes so that I can sell them new ones?
What happens to your plans if a family like the Morellis refuses to sell?
We work around them. Business finds a way. That's the American way.
Smug bastard.
Come on, Mr. Monroe. You expect me to believe that you would build a new development with one of those old piles smack bang in the center of it?
Progress is an inexorable process, detective. Those who choose to stand in defiance are usually confined to the wastebasket of history. To answer your question, yes, we would build around them if we had to. Most people see sense.
What about the shot?
What's Elysian Fields' involvement in Rancho Escondido?
One of our latest housing developments. It was due to open on the weekend, or was before the unfortunate conflagration.
It met with building code regulation.
Absolutely. Only the best for our returning heroes.
You're lying, Monroe. There's something out of kilter about that development.
Son, I've had enough of you and your fidgety friend. There's no way in hell you can prove that my materials were inferior.
Yeah, actually we can.
I'm no expert, but I think we'll find that the bricks being used on those houses are undersized and the mortar is faulty.
And there's no wall ties connecting the masonry to the frame.
Every building is built to a budget, boys. Those buildings were inspected and fully insured by California Fire and Life. Investment of that magnitude demands it. Do you think that they'd vouch for the buildings without examining them?
Yes.
The arsonists. Do you have any suspects?
We aren't at liberty to say.
I didn't think so. The contractors I use for waybills. Do you suppose it could be any of them? I have a list of their names if it'd be of any help.
That would be very helpful, Mr. Monroe.
Glad to hear it. I'm always happy to help the LAPD. My secretary will provide you with that list. Did you know that I'm on the board of the Police Pension Fund?
Glad to be of help, officers.
God, look at the prices on those houses. Shit, you know, look at this more. $9,000. This is also like 1950 something. I'll take 5. Right. Exactly. Okay, I'm trying. Why are you? There we go. mean, the cookie cutter housing sort of thing, you know, the formulaic modular home, that's not a new concept. You know, that's build cheaply and build a lot. But asshole.
What's the story? Any of these names ring a bell?
Herbert Chapman. Joseph Bradley. Jones.
Herbert Chapman is on this list.
Find the phone. We need to know where we're at with Chapman.
Your boss is a fine man. Operator, give me dispatch.
Ow.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you check whether we are still holding a Herbert Chapman?
Let me find out for you. He was released this morning, Detective.
Damn.
I'm sorry, Detective.
It's not your fault. Can you give me a last known address and put out an APB on the guy?
I'll get back to you, Detective. APB will go out over KGPL shortly.
Thank you.
Well, I love the chase till the minute I win it. A beautiful face till there's love for me in it. Give me your heart and baby I'll bin it. 'Cause I always kill the things I love.
Oh, Jesus.
Buy me a drink, Cole?
No.
Not even for old time's sake?
Not even for that.
You're not gonna ask me why I'm here?
I wouldn't give you the pleasure. You'll get around to it.
She's in fine voice this evening. I wonder how the commander would feel
Save
about...
the threats for someone who cares about them, Roy.
You're breaking my heart, Cole. You know how I feel about you. Stay away from Elysian Fields.
I should have known that you were playing errand boy.
You and your doofus partner. You have been warned.
Thanks for your cooperation, officer.
I love you.
Stay away. You have no idea the type of people that are involved in that company.
I have a pretty good idea, Roy. The same kind of people that sent you here.
Your investigation is finished. Homicide will be taking over from here. I've heard we've had a spate of grass fires in the hills that you and that hunchback might be able to handle. Thanks for the drink, Cole.
You get the message about Monroe?
Yeah. Earl delivered it. You?
McKelty. He started making noises about my pension.
Sorry about that, Herschel. I didn't mean to drag you into this.
Save it, Phelps. Monroe's an asswipe. And so was Earl. And so was McKelty when it's all said and done.
KGPL calling car 11K, 11K.
11K, go ahead.
11K, the last known address of suspect Herbert Chapman is 650 North Kingsley Drive in Wilshire.
Roger that, KGPL. 11K en route.
Let's go pick him up.
Let's see if there's a side quest. There is not. Sad panda.
You fought at Sugarloaf, didn't you?
I did, but I don't like to talk about it.
You come across a guy called Jack Kelso out that way?
You know Jack Kelso?
He's an insurance investigator over at California Fire and Life. Our paths cross from time to time. For some reason, seeing you makes me think of him.
Has, Jack spoken to you about his experiences on Sugarloaf? Or the rest of the campaign?
Jack keeps stum just like you do. I know what it feels like to get back from conflict. You gotta respect that.
Right. You drive.
You can drive. We're looking for Herbert Chapman.
I'm looking for him, too. I need him to move his car so I can mow the lawn.
He's definitely not here.
I've been banging on his door off and on for a couple of hours. Yeah, he's out somewhere. There's some kind
Let's
of problem.
take a look at the car.
And we're back.
Let's see what he's hauling around.
Mosquito. Mosquito things.
Motive, opportunity, and hard evidence.
Bennington ammo.
We should revise the APB. He's clearly armed.
Clearly.
Definitely gives him opportunity.
Hold it, Cole. There he is. It's Chapman. He's coming out of the laundromat. Shit. He's seen us.
Cops. Again.
And he gets onto a tram with a gun?
Son of a bitch. He must have caught the trolley. We gotta move fast, Cole.
What do you think I'm doing, Herschel?
I'll call this in. Get some cars dispatched. Car 11K calling KGPL.
Go ahead, 11K.
11K requesting assistance. In pursuit of suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar. Currently heading east on Melrose Avenue. Advise all units. Suspect is in control of car and driving dangerously.
Roger, 11K. All units, officers need assistance on Melrose Avenue. A suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar headed eastbound. Approach with caution. Suspect is in control of the streetcar and driving dangerously. Units to handle code 3 identify.
Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't lose him.
Oh, he's gonna clear that. Oh! I didn't think they were that powerful, but...
See if he can damage one of the wheels. Might act like a brake and slow the thing down.
I don't know, he's dragging part of his bumper. You'd think that would be part of enough.
Hold him tight, Cole. As soon as he ditches the tram, we'll be there to grab him. Don't leave me hanging out here, Phelps. Move in. Get me closer to the driver's cabin. I'll plug Chapman. Look, Cole, the side plate's gone. Get me closer. I think I got a...
Ah!
End of the line, you little prick. Come on, Cole.
Oops.
Looks like we have our man, Cole. Well done.
Did I
I'm
kill
not
him?
so sure. Chapman seemed to have his own agenda. There seems to be more to this than a personal vendetta.
What are you talking about?
The fires benefit Elysian in some way. I don't see Chapman and Monroe working together.
You have a point. But the evidence is good for Chapman. It's hard to be worrying about his side of the story when he's blasting away with that big 45.
Oh, another heat wave 90.
Nice work,
Ooh,
gentlemen.
Really?
Put
It's been
yourself
like
at
85
considerable risk
here.
stopping that trolley and probably saved a lot of lives. Anyone else but you, Phelps, and you'd be up for a bravery award. We've had our eyes on that slippery son of a bitch Chapman for as long as I can remember. I couldn't be happier than to wipe him off the scoreboard. I hope this puts to bed that crazy stuff you had going about Leland Monroe. What were you thinking, Phelps? We'll be calling Richard Nixon a crook next.
He was. Nixon was a crook. Mm-hmm.
What is it?
A letter from Lou. His insurance policy named me beneficiary.
California Fire and Life. He worked for Elysian?
The roof that he was working on collapsed.
a very generous settlement. Elsa, I'd like you to do something for me. I think there's something dirty about Elysian Fields.
What has that got to do with Lou?
I want you to reject this settlement. I want you to go and see an investigator named Jack Kelso and ask him to make some inquiries about Lou's case.
Isn't this police work?
Do you want to find out what happened to Lou?
Why would he help, this Kelso?
Jack won't be able to help himself if he smells a rat.
He is a friend of yours?
He hates my guts. Elsa, you could take this money and let them get away with it, or we could get Jack's help and do something about it.
Why not be honest with this man, Cole? He deserves your honesty if you want his help.
Believe me, Elsa, I'd like to level with him. I really would, but it's too late. Years too late.
Oh, only $38 worth of city damage. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, it was like 84 today and yesterday. Not really sure what last week was like, considering I was in the hospital. But it rained really hard last night. It was really cool. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Mr. Kelso?
That's what the sign on the door says, miss.
$20,000.
There's no need to come into the office, Miss Lichtman. If you accept the settlement, all you need to do is sign here.
I don't accept the settlement.
What do you mean you don't accept? I think you're pushing your luck, lady. This seems to be a ridiculously generous settlement. A $200 policy with a $20,000 payout? You should...
I don't want the money.
What do you mean you don't want the money?
I want you to investigate this case. I feel my friend may have been the victim of foul play.
Okay. Let me get the case file.
Okay, so. Okay.
There's got to be more in these files.
First floor, second floor. There it is. 830, ascending the roof structure. Fault in ridge beam. Slipped, attempted, ceiling rafter broke. Fell approximately 23 feet. Caused several ceiling joists to snap, and these fell inward along with part of the prefabbed roof truss. Ooh. Autopsy later revealed that Mr. Bridgewater's cranium was shattered when he struck his head on one of the roof beams. He sustained significant internal injuries. Internal hemorrhage approximately 10 minutes after the initial roof collapse. Independent testing.
Sounds like your friend took a hell of a fall.
Ridge
Sorry
beam,
for your loss.
Roof truss determined faults in the timber were undetectable prior to installation. Witnesses report that was following all safety procedures. Opinion of the investigator, death was unavoidable industrial accident. Timothy Lee. Alright, previous. Wait. Approved. Latitude. Tuesday, January 28th. March 1st. They did 3,500. Not really sure what I'm looking for here. Okay.
Do you mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Of course not.
She looks so sweet.
What basis do you have for your claim of foul play?
Lou Buckwalter was a craftsman. I don't believe he would have made a roof that would collapse.
You want me to reopen this case based on your woman's intuition? That isn't going to happen. Take the money.
I've already told you I do not want the money. There's something wrong with that house.
Okay.
You and Buckwalter weren't married?
No.
Then how did you become his beneficiary?
We were family friends.
You expect me to reopen this case because you come in here walking that walk? Well, I'm not buying it. I think you should tell me what the hell is going on.
You really want to know?
Yes.
We were interned together on Ellis Island. Resident alien Germans whose parents had been killed by Nazis. Do you see the irony in that, Mr. Kelso? We spent 4 years there.
So the roof collapsed. Accidents happen. What exactly are you trying to achieve here, Miss Lichtman?
Exactly what I said. I want that building thoroughly investigated.
At least she's looking at it straight on.
I'm intrigued, Miss Lichtman. I really am. But you're going to have to give me something if you want me to get involved in this.
There is a conspiracy surrounding Elysian Fields and the new houses they are building. I believe your insurance company is involved.
That's pretty heady stuff, Miss Lichtman. Flimsy, but heady.
I've told you what I know, Mr. Kelso. What are you going to do about it?
All right, Miss Lichtman. One final question.
Yes.
What's your address?
Is that usual?
Is there anything usual about this case, Miss Lichtman?
The address is on the letter, Mr. Kelso.
The address, but not the phone number.
What the fuck? The fuck? The fuck?
Mr. Benson would like to see you in his office, Jack. Upstairs. Come on, I'll walk you up.
The fuck? The fuck?
Get some necking.
Legal secretaries. Other secretaries. How much you want to get? We're gonna get.
Mr. Benson, you wanted to see me?
Ah, yes, Jack. I'm just trying out a new putter. I noticed Elsa Lichtman in the lobby.
It's the weirdest thing, Mr. Benson.
Call me Curtis, Jack. This is California.
Like I said, Curtis, this is a very strange case.
How so, Jack?
That lady, Elsa Lichtman, is refusing a 20 grand payout.
Elsa Lichtman is hardly a lady, Jack. She's a jazz musician. Plays at the Blue Room in Hollywood. She has a fine pair of lungs, now that I think
She's
of
the
it.
beneficiary of this guy, Lou Buckwalter. He was killed in an industrial accident working for Elysian Fields Developments. You know Elysian?
I'm familiar with Leland Monroe. We move in similar circles.
Well, Miss Lichtman is making some pretty serious accusations. She says the case stinks and that
She's a
something
very highly strung girl, Jack. Strung out might be a better way to put it.
It's a pretty generous payment, Curtis. I think I should look into it.
Is there anything wrong with the paperwork, Kelso?
No, there isn't, Mr. Benson.
I didn't think so. Pay the case out and get her off our backs.
I can't make her take the money,
Deal
sir.
with it, Jack. Do your fucking job. Do I have to do everything?
No, sir, you don't.
Fine, Jack. Fine. You know I have the greatest confidence in you.
Uh-huh.
Thanks, Mr. Benson.
Well, you don't see that every day.
Your car, Mr. Kelso.
Thanks, kid.
Interesting. I think we're just gonna skip to
Real
the
happiness is when
dis.
you marry
Yep. It's a very nice car. Oh, and it counts towards my thing. Phelps was right. He wouldn't be able to help himself.
That's not how my pop taught me to mix it. Someone is cutting corners.
Start there. Orders that any building work at the Normandy Avenue subdivision associated with incident on to be immediately demolished and all material removed from the site.
Bulldozing and starting again. Leland Monroe, the man with the grin. Looks like he doesn't like to be disappointed.
Right. Freeways.
Hey! You just can't be walking around down here.
I'm Jack Kelso, from California Fire and Life.
I don't care if you're from the Vatican. Buzz off.
I'm investigating the accidental death of a Lou Buckwalter, and...
You deaf? Do I have to beat on you?
Looks like you do.
Oh.
You're...
Well, that...
I came to see the house where Lou Buckwalter died. You were just about to offer to show me the way.
It's out the gate and 3 houses down on the left. Don't know what you're looking for, smart guy. There's nothing there.
Then I'll poke around in the rubble.
Fine. As long as you're out of my sight.
Asshole. Suppose I could get back in the car. I don't want to, though. Unless I can just go there. I mean, it's really not. It's just down the street.
Someone up.
I smell chocolate cookie. You opened up the Oreos.
The place falls down, and then they bulldoze it. What gives here?
Not for construction use.
What was that?
Brick. You're not gonna let me go up? Oh, come on.
Olive oil comes from olives.
Let's try to piece this together.
Keystone Films.
Keystone Films? Who gets their lumber from a film studio?
Dude.
You son of a bitch.
Ah. I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to hit him. Because every time I turn around, the fucking thing's in the way.
Son of a bitch. Oh, shit.
I don't know how I'm supposed to get through that. Yeah, skip it, because I don't fucking care.
Jack Kelso, California Fire and Life investigator. I need an address on the Keystone Film Company.
The address is 658 North Wilton Place. Is there anything else?
Many deaths later, right?
No, thank you, ma'am.
That broad has socks in it, Brazil.
So what? You probably stuff your trousers.
The heck?
I like the fact that it finally just lets me auto drive.
Hi, Mac. I work for California Fire and Life. I'm looking into an industrial accident.
Here?
No, not here. At a housing development over on Normandy Avenue.
So?
I found some lumber over there, had the Keystone name printed on it.
We've been closed since 41. Never quite made the transition to talkies. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund are pulling the place down.
Know anything about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Nix.
Mind if I take a look around?
I'm kind of hungry. If someone was to leave a couple of bucks here, I might wander down the street and get a cup of coffee.
Is there a key to the gate?
No. The only guys who go in or out are some delivery guys from Elysian Fields. They're working on a housing development over at Wilton and Santa Monica. You'll have to hop it.
I was a Marine, motherfucker. We climbed drain pipes. Horse. This is all wood and beams and shit. Screening room. I know where they want us to go.
Let's see what the rich and powerful have to say for themselves.
Because of course it would just still be there and still work.
In a great day for the future of Los Angeles, civic leaders and businessmen joined forces to launch the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund pledges to speed up housing development for returning GIs.
Gentlemen, this is Dr. Harlan Fontaine. He's our latest investor in the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. Doctor, this is Curtis Benson. He's Vice President of the California Fire and Life. Pleased to meet you, Doctor. Ray Gordon, editor of the Times. Doctor.
District Attorney Don Sandler and Police Chief Warren.
Gentlemen, I am delighted to be in such exalted company. You're making quite a name for yourself, Doctor, amongst the thespian fraternity. I find that those of artistic temperament are often of a fragile mental disposition. It's a short step from miscreant to recidivism, Doctor. Very true. But I think we could all agree that the City of Angels does rather well basking in the reflection of the motion picture industry. Hear, hear. And it's something that every sucker getting off a train at Union Station wants a part of. Gentlemen, we're here to sell the American dream, and Hollywood is our greatest advertiser. So, how is your new development selling, Leland?
Cannot throw 'em up fast enough, Ray.
And that's part of the problem, Leland.
Washington is receiving steady complaints. There's a clamor for public housing.
God damn it, Ray. Public housing is tantamount to communism. Now, that's why we fought this goddamn war. I'm telling you, it's Reds via the back door.
You can't have it both ways, Leland. The new freeways are being built to service all your developments out in the boondocks. They're all being built with government money.
The GI Bill is government money.
There's a difference.
What difference?
The GI money ends up in my pocket.
I hope you mean our pockets, Leland. We're all investors.
Take down the boss. I know.
So, when will the freeway bond be passed on?
It still has to be ratified. Takes a long time to raise $3 billion.
I need to find a game well or a telephone.
That, I mean, in today's
In a great day for the future of Los Angeles,
in
civic
today's
leaders and
currency,
businessmen join
$3
forces to
billion
launch the
is
Suburban Redevelopment
huge.
Fund. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund pledges to speed up housing development for returning GIs.
Now,
Gentlemen, this is Dr. Harlan Fontaine. He's our
in
latest investor in the
1948,
Suburban Redevelopment Fund. Doctor, this is Curtis Benson. He's Vice President of the California Fire and Life. Pleased to
I want to see how the game makes you take down the bosses of every character you play. You know, shit. $3 billion in 1948.
Operator, I'd be glad if you put me
currency.
through to police dispatch.
Putting you through now.
This is Jack Kelso, investigator for California Fire and Life. Can you put me through to Curtis Benson, please?
Just a moment, please, Mr. Kelso.
Jack, how can I help?
Do you know anything about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund, Mr. Benson?
I've heard of them, Jack. Building new homes for GIs.
With green lumber that was used on movie sets.
Jack, are you working the Buckwalter case?
Mr. Benson, are you part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Jack, I want you to listen very clearly. Call Miss Lickman. Call her as soon as you hang up. Arrange to see her tonight and get her to agree to the settlement. Do it tonight. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
End of story, Jack. I don't want to hear another word about Elsa Lickman or Lou Buckwalter.
Can you put me through to Michigan 221?
Putting the call through.
Hello?
Ms. Lichtman, it's Jack Kelso.
Yes, Mr. Kelso.
I've been looking into your case.
Yes, and what have you found?
It doesn't look good. I need to see you.
Meet me at the Blue Room. I work there tonight. I take a break around 9. I'll be waiting at the stage door. We can talk then. Auf Wiedersehen, Mr. Kelso.
Thanks, ma'am.
Jesus. What is it? $39 billion. 10 times.
Make a plea, 'cause baby, you know I'm guilty.
What were you doing with him?
I was doing what you asked.
I didn't ask you to meet him in an alleyway.
Why do you snarl at me? Your friend came to ask me to accept the insurance.
He's not my friend, Elsa.
I think he's a brave man, and you have placed him in great danger. You've involved him in something, and he has no idea of the risk. Can you live with that, Cole?
Elsa, I I need his help, and he hates my guts.
Forget the past, Cole. He deserves the chance to say no. If he helps you, let it be on his terms.
I'll go see him in the morning.
Nice wiring job, fellas. Keep them in the dark. Good thing I'm not thirsty.
So is it the stove or just the sink? Looks like it was just the sink.
You lose something, Mac?
I thought these private eye types were all wise guys with smart mouths.
Looks like the snappy repartee has all dried up.
Get on with it.
What's your hurry, Mac? You got some place to go?
You ever do the cat and mouse routine without a gun in your hand?
Now that's more like it.
Let's put a few gaps in that scenario. All right.
Time for you to lose some teeth.
Damn it. Ow, 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 ow.
You're a worn, tough guy. You should learn to take a hint. Get him downstairs and into the trunk.
Okay, so there was no way I was going to win that. Got it.
sure he turned up all right.
Hey, quack,
He's
quack.
wishing he didn't. He's in the trunk. He's going nowhere. The boys introduced themselves. What do you want done with him, Mr. Monroe? Yeah, I know a good place. We'll pick up a shovel and a pick on the way.
I'm pretty sure
It's up
you
in
would
the
have
hills
failed the
behind
case
Griffith
if you
Park.
asked, but
We'll deal with that German bitch next.
that's kind of what I expected, is for it to tell me, you know, I died. Oh, and pull the rice out so it can start warming up too. Pull the rice out of the fridge so it can start warming to room temperature.
Elsa.
Zigzaggy. Yep, out of my way.
Sorry, pal. Desperate times.
I know it said to use alleyways. Ah! Nope, that's not an alleyway. Nope, that's definitely not an alleyway. Oh.
I like it.
Wow, that's tangy and spicy.
I like it. I like it, dude.
Ooh.
Monroe owns the city. Owns the cops. I need to find Elsa.
I don't know where I'm going. Really? How about you? Can I get into the truck? Is it gonna let me get into the truck? It is not gonna let me get into the truck! Come on. Come on, baby. I know. I've
Your
treated.
move, mister!
I'm trying.
Don't get me.
My car. My poor car.
I'm gonna put holes in you, asshole.
It won't let me get a new car. Maybe it will.
I got you now, motherfucker!
No, you really don't. I mean, closer, but...
Where are they? Is that the last of them?
No. It's never that simple. motherfuckers. I don't know where I'm going.
You know,
God damn it. Oh, that was unintentional. I'm sure you would. Yeah. Poor guy. Ooh, I have broccoli. Okay, can you?
So you're still carrying that Army 45, Cole?
For God's sake, Cole! Call an ambulance!
Oh, I missed a couple. Oh, look at that cat. Hmm.
Satchel charges on the cave entrance from above. Covering fire on weapons team. Look for snipers in the trees. You know the drill. No risks, no heroes, no prisoners.
You want some roast on this one, Sarge?
No, you guys have done enough. Head back to Webb's. We are going to blow every cave we come across. Close them down and move on, people.
Damn. I was hoping to get me a samurai sword.
Skipper says that Phelps has fallen behind again. He's got his fire teams checking every cave. He's lost another flamethrower. He wants you to get over there and hurry them along.
Yeah.
Ho, boom. Weapons company.
Sir.
Sir.
We have a major cave complex in front of us, Hogaboom. I want flamethrowers and BAR teams to clean it out.
Begging your pardon, sir. But if it's a big complex, why don't we bring the Shermans in? They could pour it in there.
We can't wait for tanks to be brought up. I'm already behind.
Then blow the cave. No skin off our nose. Bury them.
We are going in there and clearing them out. We are doing it by the numbers, Sergeant. Get your team in place. We're moving out.
Oh boy.
Mount up! First fire team and flamethrowers. Head in!
Where's he going? Where's who going? The big cowboy. He's going in.
Who gave that order?
You did.
Uh-oh.
Miss Lichtman. How long have you been sitting there?
Not long, Mr. Kelso.
You look lovely, Princess. You haven't exactly caught me at my best. It's okay, Miss Lichtman. I'm a big boy. I know how to take my licks.
Please, call me Elsa.
Okay, Elsa? What can I do for you?
I'd like to explain because
I can join the dots, Elsa.
Cole needs your help, Jack. The police department have frozen him out.
Look, you're obviously a brave lady, but you can't fight all Cole's battles for him.
I just wanted to apologize for...
You don't have to apologize. You were right about Elysian Fields. Tell me something. What was Lou Buckwalter's regular job?
He was a carpenter. He built sets for RKO, Warner Brothers.
Set carpenter? Perfect. If you don't mind, Elsa, I'd like to get a little rest now. I've got a lot more dots to join, and it's making my head hurt.
That's perfectly understandable, Mr. Jack. I hope we can meet again under less dramatic circumstances.
I hope so too, Princess. I'd like that.
You Kelso?
Who's asking?
Peterson, Assistant DA.
You're in the wrong building, Peterson. This is a hospital.
A wise guy. Let me tell you a story, Kelso.
Can I get the abridged version? My head hurts.
You're a funny guy, Jack.
What do you want, Peterson?
A colorful character mentioned your name. He said that you might know something about...
There's a problem with colorful characters, Peterson. First they send you over a drink, then they buy you dinner, then you get a phone call in the middle of the night for a favor. Try rubbing shoulders with some solid citizens. They're the ones you're supposed to protect.
You finished, Kelso?
For the moment.
I'm going to run for DA, Kelso. The current administration stinks.
And you want me to help?
I'm looking for a DA's investigator. You get a gun and a badge and $120 a month.
I get $150 a month now.
I'm going after the Vice Squad, Kelso. It's going to get me elected.
I've got something better. How about Leland Monroe?
The property developer?
Do you think I fell down the stairs?
Ooh. Rubbing alcohol.
Thanks for the patch-up, Princess. It might be the only R&R I get for some time.
Hospital looks so weird compared to modern ones. Hey, they delivered my car. sat in this one already. Nope. 24 left to go.
Remember me?
Jack, it's good to see you. You've caught me at a slightly inopportune moment. Can we do this some other time?
Back off, Curtis. Move away from the door.
Jack, there's no call for that.
Bullshit.
You're smooth, Curtis. I'll give you that. You try to get me killed and you still manage to be polite about it.
Jack, how could you accuse me of having anything to do with that?
I want to know all about you and Monroe, Curtis. You give it up or I beat it out of you.
Get the fuck out of here, Jack. You're fired. Who do you think you are? Get out of town now while you still have the chance. You have no idea what kind of forces you're dealing with here.
I guess we've exhausted the passive options. Sit tight, Curtis. I'm taking a look around.
Oh, I feel so bad for you. Oh, wait, I don't. Ooh, he's got 2 classes there. California.
How old are you, Princess?
16, mister?
How old are you really?
Nearly 13.
You take love where you can find it as you get older.
Love? That has nothing to do with love, Curtis.
Some might find your romantic notions endearing, Jack. I find them very tiring.
You're finished, Curtis.
That remains to be seen, Jack.
I haven't told you about my new job, Curtis. DA's investigator.
Who do you think the DA reports to, Jack?
Get dressed, you're getting out of here.
He's not so bad. He just lays on top of me and grunts for a few minutes. He's kind. And he buys me nice things.
Get dressed, you're leaving.
Hit him. Fucking.
She will only come back.
Just fucking hit him. Can we put a, like, bullet in his thigh? Hello. How about we beat him with that? The girl in his bed was 13. See?
What exactly do you expect to find, Jack?
I knew you were in bed with a lesion, Curtis. Now I know why.
That's a lot of money. That is a shit ton of money.
To get all of the stockholders, I need to follow the paper trail.
Jack, you've made a terrible mistake. Get out while you can.
And he's giving her booze. Just lays on top of me and grunts for a few minutes. He buys me nice things. Wow. You're not even out of middle school.
What exactly do you expect to find, Jack?
I want answers, Curtis. So pay attention.
Please, Jack. I'm not a violent man.
I don't get it, Curtis. You're vice president of the company. Why take the risk?
It's a simple business transaction, dear boy.
Bullshit. We just saw the certificate.
You're lying, Curtis. Something happened at the company, didn't it? That's why
Almost
you took the
13.
bribe.
Yeah, almost 13.
Bribe? What bribe? How can you accuse me of benefiting ahead of the company?
I noticed that the share certificates are in your name, Curtis, not the company's. What did you use as collateral?
Those sons of bitches in Sacramento. They passed me over for president. Sent me here because they believed it was a backwater. But they were wrong. Los Angeles will become the capital of the West, not San Francisco. This place will be the city of the 20th century. And I'm gonna get my cut, Jack.
You're going to jail, Curtis. You and your cronies.
We'll see about that, Jack.
Tell me about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
You're talking about the future of Los Angeles. You cannot interfere with these plans.
Information, Curtis.
Business people who have joined forces to meet the demand for new homes.
Listening to a video tape.
But the insurance agreement.
You're lying, Curtis. They're going to burn those movie sets they call houses, and you're carrying the insurance on them.
And how do you prove that, Jack?
Rancho Escondido burnt to the ground. California Fire and Life is carrying the paper.
Jack, the best result you could get from insurance would be replacement cost. The stakes are much, much higher.
Why the big payoff in the Buckwalter case? It was bound to bring it to attention.
Who could have predicted this particular confluence of events? Elsa Lichtman as the beneficiary who spurns the cash. The brilliant but flawed detective becoming her lover. And you, Jack, taking their bait.
You buy green lumber and use it to build houses. How do you expect it to end?
Mr. Monroe has a fine reputation for building houses. What would I know about his choice of building materials?
Give me what I need or I'll beat it out of you.
It's all there in the case file, if you know what to look for.
Very neat, Curtis. Maybe I can't work it out, but Phelps can. He may be many things, but he is one of the best detectives the LAPD has ever had.
Your card is marked, Jack. You'll have an unfortunate accident if you don't leave town.
Your California isn't the same as mine, Mr. Benson. Not at all.
I really want to hit him. Is it going to let me shoot him? It won't even let me shoot him. I really want to shoot him. And this is where we're going to leave it. Just when shit's getting good. I will be back on Thursday, probably, with some Path of Exile, maybe. Like I said, I'm having surgery Thursday, or Friday. And it always makes me really twitchy. So, we'll see what happens. And as long as, things go right on Friday, I'll be back on Sunday with something. Either Tomb Raider or Diablo, who knows? It's been a few minutes since we've done Diablo, so maybe we'll do that. This just gets better and better, honestly, this game. I was not really sure what I was expecting when I started playing it, but I sure as hell wasn't expecting this. And it is captivating and gripping and terrible and wonderful all at the same time. And I'm enjoying the hell out of it. I think our death toll is what, 4? Sin? I think that's what. Many. Okay. Well, I appreciate you coming out, watching me play video games badly. I will see you on Thursday. I appreciate you.